Coming to you live from the land of chlamydia-ridden koalas. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 33rd. I nearly said 23rd. That would have put us 10 short than where we really are. Wow. Fucking garbage introduction as per usual. Welcome to the Destiny Down Under vlogcast. I'm Log Power Slave, as always, joined by this man, Law Hobbit, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Shit bloke.
G'day, Law Hobbit. Hobbit gang.
What's going on?
I'm just disappointed.
I feel like I've dropped my intro game really hard, hey? I'm not sure what's going
Can you
on.
run it back?
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
Coming to you live from the land of chlamydia-ridden koalas. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 233rd episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. I, as per every fucking week, am Log Power Slave. Please welcome my co-host, bearded idiot, lawmaster, general fucking nuisance and pest of an individual, Mylan fucking Games. Is that enough energy for you, you little shit?
That's an intro.
Is that how you chew five gum? Is that how you chew five gum?
I got knocked off my feet. That was so good. To be honest, the ironic thing is I actually wasn't, when I said I'm disappointed, I wasn't criticizing your intro. I was criticizing my Trials gameplay. Just what's going on? Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not there. You know what I mean?
I think it's luck. And I don't mean that in like a nasty way. I mean like...
What, when my brain works...
Yeah, whether or not the fucking myelin sheath is in fact doing its fucking business. No, I think that like sometimes you just like it's less about you and the way you play than you think it is. Because that's the only thing we can control. So when shit goes shit, you blame yourself, right? But I think a lot of it is just who you get put against and how they play and all that sort of shit. So I wouldn't beat yourself up. Just beat yourself up.
The hard thing. The hard thing with Destiny is like switching on to play sweaty because you're so used to playing casually in Destiny. Sometimes that's the hard bit for me. It's like, okay, like I'm just gotta peek this cover, get this angle, you know, and get into that habit.
It's kind of like, I don't know. We spoke about this last night a little bit on the Patreon cast. Fucking shameless plug. But the difference between like the Halo and Destiny is like the speed of everything. And I think it can be a lot harder to get back into that like pocket of like treating your life like it is the most valuable thing in the universe when you've been playing game modes where it hasn't mattered for fucking forever.
Yeah.
So I think the life currency of Trials is like if you're off a little bit and if you're taking just silly risks, which you and I are both well inclined to do. That's what makes it more difficult. But you just went fucking close though, right? Like you were
we fell at the gates. We fell at the gates.
Yeah.
We had six wins. We had two good attempts. I think the first we got to 5 and the next one we got to 6 wins and we already lost our flawless. I already lost our, you know, one loss is forgiven, and couldn't get it done, but they were enjoyable games though. We only got head stomped like once maybe.
I think that's
I
it.
definitely
right?
swear, like, considering the flawless.
You've pulled off the impossible too, because you've got Teft playing it and having a good time. A man who swore off Destiny PvP entirely for fucking, I don't know. I haven't done the maths, but probably years.
He's back.
I don't know. I think that's a win in and of itself, even if you go and lose every game. Though I imagine it'd be short-lived if you did. But no, it was good. It was good. Fucking
It's still probably the most fun I have in PvP at the moment. It's definitely harder than previous weeks. However, it was not unenjoyable, which is great. And I imagine it's only going to get easier when they flip on the pool. So
when are they flipping on the pool? That's like Monday our time, right?
Yeah, I think it's Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'm just trying to work out when I'm most likely going to be able to jump in and just knock over a flawless and go back to cracking rocks in New World.
You're gonna have to put down New World first, mate. Hey, I've probably got a new recruit for you. I think Gamma Trap might want in, mate. You should look him up.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have Gamma. As long as he like pledges allegiance to the Iron Maiden, we're fine.
He's a fiend. He's a fiend when it comes to MMOs.
Nah, of course. There's always room for more. We started our own. Look, let's not fucking start this shit talking about bloody New World because it's a Destiny podcast. Yeah. As much as it may have grabbed me by the testicles, fucking remorselessly over the last week and a bit. There's a lot of Destiny news to get through too. So some contentious stuff. That and I've done this week's story and I can't remember any of it. I just like fell out of my brain. So
look, this week's story is like the quiet before the storm.
Yeah,
I wouldn't worry too much. I'll give you a recap, but I wouldn't worry too much.
Cool. But how's your week been other than that? You've had a couple your finger in a few pies too. Like this week, you've been playing Halo.
Was it this week?
I would think it was last weekend. It's
the weekend.
We did the podcast on a Friday night last week. It's been fucking. Your entire last weekend is under the umbrella of this week. But
man, Halo Infinite is so good. It is so polished, so balanced, so fun, so many Halo epic moments. Big team battle with capture the flag is just jizz your pants good. It is 10 out of 10, mate. It is really nice.
We spoke about it last night. I couldn't get enough. We spoke about it last night, but to recap, I've been really cranky about Halo and the whole no co-op thing. Like that is one of those ritual things that I just like. It probably doesn't mean that much to other people and whatever, but for me in Halo, it's always been the thing that I did. Like I don't touch multiplayer until I've done the campaign co-op with the boys. But the thing that actually got me and was like, fuck, maybe I should have put in, because I was like, I'm not playing the flights. Fuck that, whatever. I'll play it when it comes out. I don't need to worry about this shit. The thing that got me was your video of Danny capping the flag. And it was just, I'm like, that I got a pang of like, not jealousy, but like, when like, everyone else is having a good time and you're just at home doing nothing. Like, fuck. Big old FOMO just drilled me because I'm like, they're playing fucking capture the flag on Valhalla. It's like basically playing in my backyard and I'm sitting inside looking out the window going, moo. That was how it felt. But that's it. That's the Halo moments that we talk about. It's,
yeah, we can circle back. Look, I played a bit of Halo. I also played Battlefield 2042. I really didn't like Battlefield. It was especially after going from Halo of so balancy to like 64 versus 64, just
chaos,
complete chaos. I didn't enjoy it, and I want to enjoy it. I've gone back to. I might even go back to it today. I want to enjoy it. But
why do you want to enjoy it? Because you feel like it was something that you used to enjoy and now you don't like it anymore, and you feel like you've got something to prove to yourself.
I think the concept appeals to me, so I keep thinking, maybe I can enjoy it.
I think like there's big team and then there's stupid big team, like, and to put like the Halo spin on it, Halo big team where it was like 8 aside or 12 aside or whatever it was. I can't remember. Probably 12 aside.
12.
Where it's big enough that there's chaos, but it's also not so big that you're like, where the fuck did that come from? What the fuck just fucking happened? Who am I? What year is it? I think that's probably the delineation where, I don't know. I mean, chaos is chaos and it can be fun. It's just got to be done the right way. I haven't been up to literally anything interesting this week except playing New World, so I don't have any stories to tell. I've done nothing except I got me Pfizer jab on last Saturday.
Oh, protected log.
No, well, I'm only half, but like,
Frog.
it was fine. I don't know why people carry on about it. I mean, it was only the first one. Apparently, the second one's the doozy. So, like, fucking line me up. I might eat these words, but I looked at the bloke and then like looked at my arm and I didn't even realize he fucking stuck it in me. I don't know whether that's a professionalism thing. Maybe he was just like, this guy can fucking handle it. It didn't. But I'm like, yeah, boom. And then I'm like, why do people carry on about this? Like, why is this an ethical dilemma? It's like, go on and it's less severe than probably like aggressively flossing your own teeth. Like, that's where we're at.
Yeah, but the thing is, Log, as soon as I got it, for some reason, I got 5G on my mobile.
But your reception, how's that a bad thing? I mean, it would help Sass some of his fucking internet issues. Like, fucking hell.
Line me up for the microchips.
Yeah.
Anyway,
straight into my veins. Right. Anyway,
hey,
we'll get off.
Did you ever play Back? Did you ever play Back for Blood with me when we had that out?
We played. I played it for a night. Yeah,
dude, it's out now.
Cool.
Sort of. Oh, you're such a flog.
I don't know,
yeah,
man. I don't know about. Like, I had fun with it, but like just all the fucking persistent voice acting and just it's all so cringy. Like it just fucking kills me. And like, as a person who's like, I'm a pretty cringy dude, I guess, depending on your perspective of things. Cringed. So I'm probably like not the most appropriate person to be saying that, but I just couldn't handle it. It's like the repetition of it and the like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's meant to be like a horror movie and I could do it as a one-off thing and like blast through it, but I can't see myself getting any like long-term value out of a game like that just because of that. Just want them to shut up. Can you mute? Is there a mute fucking cringe audio fucking toggle? If there is, I'll consider it. Anyway, that was probably a bit heavy-handed. Go Back for Blood goes well.
Well, look, I might give it a shot. I might give it a shot again. Oh, what is this podcast about again?
Destiny, I believe.
Right.
Mainly, it's just an excuse for me and you to catch up and monetize our friendship. But Destiny's in the name, so we kind of have to stick with it. Do we want to jump into this week's TWOB?
Wobberoo, let's go.
Let's go. Hit the sting. Fucking do it. This week at Bungie, the 7th of October, 2021. We're making our preparations for the Festival of the Lost to begin. Right. So the big issue out of this, and to jump straight into it, the DCV is returning, gobbling up our content like a monster. Right, that's not my perception of it. That's some people's perception of it. But that's the big takeaway from this article. So we're not going to be able to skirt it. We're going to have to talk about it. I'm going to open up the Destiny Content Vault update, and we'll work our way through this. Right. So where does it say? Where's the bit? More or less, the vast majority of Forsaken is going. Am I correct?
You're reading the TWOB, mate.
You've done this already.
What's read the TWOB?
I'm gonna have to talk to Watts after you to make you read it. All right, okay. We might just we'll go through it. Hey, how about this?
You were expecting me to know this, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, because I didn't want to have to read through it all, and I've kind of like read it because of all the hysterics that was going on about it. Okay, all right. Vaulting in Year 5. We'll start from there. It's big. It's in capitals. If you want to read along like some kind of primary school fucking kid with your finger on the page, you can do so now. Beginning on February 22, the Forsaken campaign and Tangled Shore destination will enter the DCV. Note the Dreaming City destination will continue to be available, along with Year 4 seasonal content, including Presage, Harbinger, the Presage and Harbinger exotic missions. We understand the unique value of these definitive Destiny experiences and are investigating ways to reprise and create new, exciting, exotic special missions within Destiny 2 in the future. That's basically it, right? So, and then they go on to say, well, this is why we're doing it. This is what it has allowed us to do. And it's all good stuff. But the long and short of it is Forsaken is being swallowed by the DCV monster. And
Tangled Short's going, Forsaken Campaign's going,
Yep.
Dreaming City is staying, Last Wish is staying.
I was
Presage
surprised. I was surprised with Presage at least. Like I thought, you know, like it's its own little pocket thing anyway. I didn't understand. You know, I know it's in that destination, but it's kind of like the real thing we're talking about here is them removing assets from the game, right? Like size and girth and all of those things that we can draw direct euphemisms around. But like it's a spaceship. It's just up there doing its own thing. I don't know. Presage is the only part of that I'm like, fuck, that hasn't been around that long in the grand scheme of things. And it'll be going in, I don't know, what, 3 months or something, 4 months.
Here's the thing. Overall, I'm probably most upset about Presage because that's probably the thing I still play the most. In general, I don't really mind about stuff leaving that I don't play.
Same.
But the principle is, it's just sort of like destroying a legacy. Like the stuff that they make, which is good, just disappears. I think that's the bit that gets me. It's like, I feel like you need a better system than this. I don't feel like this is, even if no one's playing it, like there will be some people that come to the franchise and would want to go back and see what you've done, and it doesn't exist anymore. Or it does exist, but it's in the, but let's be honest, when they say investigating ways to bring it back in the future, like fucking don't hold your breath.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen anything come back out the vault yet, have we? Well, nothing from Destiny 2, and we've got the reprised Vault of Glass, right? So that's kind of where we're at. And I think that is a big motivating factor in the way people feel about it, because it feels like it just goes and that's it. I mean, a vault is, calling it a vault is a very poetic term for saying it's like, well, we just haven't deleted
been around
it.
for a year.
It could be, it's effectively in the Destiny recycle bin is where it is.
How long has Presage been around for?
It would have been mid Shadowkeep, right? From memory, it was sort of mid Shadowkeep story arc. So definitely,
I'll be able to work it out
Online.
because it probably came with the lore books for Captain's Log.
Presage came halfway through Chosen. Really? So this year? I thought it was older than that. I guess this is like the equivalent
Captain's
of
Log, Season of Chosen.
Yeah, right. So I mean, it's fuck. I thought it had been around longer than that. I thought it was before Beyond Light, but anyway, that's just me being a fucking moron. This is very much giving me the 0 hour vibe, like that one thing.
It's like February this year, mate.
So it's been in the game for a year. Will have been in the game for a year.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm honestly don't care because there'll be other stuff I'm gonna play and whatever.
Yeah, it's this stuff isn't the bread and butter of what you and I log in to play Destiny to do when we play Destiny, because it's
I feel like for a persistent system, people paid for content and activities, and that dungeon was included in that payment, and now it's gone.
Yeah,
this is not a subscription service. I paid for that DLC, and it gets removed after a year. Like, I guess the bigger question is, do I have a right as a consumer to have content longer than a year?
I'm sure there's any number of ways that it can be like legally justified, but you know, so can lots of horrible things. I like to be fair, I don't like to state my position on this very clearly. I don't particularly care that they're removing things from the game. I understand why, and you know, reading through the list of reasons that they're doing it and things that it has enabled them to do. Okay, great. But I feel like this is kind of a slippery slope, because we've gone from, you know, it wasn't so long ago that, you know, like you'd go and buy a fucking, well, maybe me and you didn't, but people would go and buy a Call of Duty every year, right? And they'd have that game for fucking ever, and they'd be able to install it and play it, and that'd be the end of it, right? Now we're kind of like at this thing where Destiny's in such an awkward spot where, like, if you've been there the whole time, you've got your value out of it. Or if you come right now, you'll get your value out of what you're paying for. But you can't go back and like get anything out of its legacy anymore. It's like there's this weird kind of rolling.
Well, it's like it's sort of like a subscription model, but it's not, in the sense that you don't own anything in Destiny.
Yeah.
You and in that sense, it's like a subscription model. The subscription being, I paid to play Presage for a year. I didn't pay to own Presage. I paid for the right to play Presage for a year.
And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, everything that is an online game is temporary. It's just a matter of the scope of it. I mean, you look at, you know, I mean, Anthem, you bought that, you can't play it anymore. But
is that right?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think game companies are beholden to like running servers for games that are effectively dead, right? But I do think that, and I'm sure that this is something that's at least been spoke about, that Destiny would benefit from having like a core experience and then a modular kind of thing that, like, you know, maybe isn't necessarily connected to the rest of the world or the game or whatever, but like you look at for, you know, to draw a real similar comparison to what I'm getting at, Master Chief Collection, where you could go and you could be like, you know what, I don't like a Halo 3, I'm going to install Halo 2 and Halo Reach, and this is what I'm interested in, and you know, it's your decision how you spend your hard drive space. I understand that with Destiny and the way that, like, the, you know, there's a lot of networking stuff goes on to like live instance people into areas. Maybe these things that have vaulted should come back in like you can fucking download them. They're no longer connected to the game proper, but if you load in with a fire team, you and your mates can go in and still check this shit out.
Yeah, I would love for there to be an option where you could still access those activities, and they weren't like, you have 2021 core experience, which is what they're providing, and you could also re-download Presage and Dungeons and other stuff, other DLCs, like fucking Halo multiverse fucking universe. What's it? Master Chief Collection. You know, you click which bit you want to download, and if you want all 200 gigs, and go do it. Oh, look, I'm seeing a lot of people in chat give other examples. Look, it's not that I don't agree or disagree with chat, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, as two dudes, we're talking about like the issues that it raises. Neither of us have an issue with it. Like, we're both, I'll sleep fine. It doesn't matter to me at all. Yeah. But
I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, you don't pay for this. It's your license agreement, blah blah blah," and it's the same as going to see a movie, you get an experience. Okay, I think the issue is, when you bought Presage, did you realize it was going to be sunset in a year? And that's what I think the expectation is. I'm fine with it, but I feel like there's probably people that maybe didn't buy at the beginning and they've only had it for 6 months.
Yeah,
and I feel like
that's the concern.
They need to set a cadence for when shit is going. If they're gonna keep doing this, I think the right thing to do is to inform people about how long something's going to stick around, and I think that's impossible. So this is why I don't like this system.
Yeah, I mean, because what you would want would be like effectively sunsetting. Like, once it gets this old, it's on the chopping block, right? And it might be fucking 2 years or whatever. I mean, that's how long ago is Forsaken now? 2 years? Fucking longer, isn't it? 3 years. I don't know. Quick maths.
Forsaken's old.
Yeah,
I said before, Beyond Light, all seasonal content would be gone by Witch Queen. Said before Beyond Light.
Yeah, I mean, like, looking at it now, like, I don't know. I mean, I understand that like this is a transient thing that we find ourselves in, and because we're here and we're playing it all the time, it doesn't matter to us all that much. You know, we do get our value out of it, but I don't. It is a weird thought that like, you know, we bought Destiny 2 Forsaken, and there will come a point where we can't play it at all. Like none of that exists anymore. I think they really got to work to. Well,
I just think the whole system's confusing. I feel like everything's so confusing. Like, it's a free-to-play game. It's sort of not a subscription model. You buy each season, then shit gets sunset. Then you like, if you're new to the game, where do you start? How do you make an informed decision? Like, okay, everyone chats like, oh no, they told us that. If you're new to Destiny, you're not reading the twabs yet. You're not following DMG on Twitter.
Yeah, and this is what we always come back to.
The big red flag come up when you buy Beyond Light saying, actually, this is about, or when you buy Forsaken going, actually, this is going to be free in December and then it's going to be sunset. Or does it just let you pay money and you got to work it out and one day you wake up and you can't get back in?
Look, Destiny is a complicated beast in that context. Like I don't know whether it's by design or necessity, but it is. There is so much shit. Like, I mean, for us, it's easy because we just go, well, we buy the fucking thing because we're always here. But like, if you're entering Destiny, I don't know how you do that, right? Like, basically, it's just sort of like you play the free game until you're indoctrinated enough that you want to buy the fucking season and the big tentpole release and the season pass, and then go from there. Yeah. It's
funny I'm getting so like hyped up about this because I'm actually okay with it in general.
Oh, I'm talking more about like I'm talking more in like a broader sense of like, is this a fair practice kind of thing than I am about like personally being upset about it, because it's changed and it's changed fucking fast. Having said that, like, I don't want Destiny to be fucking 500 gig because I think that would be stupid. So I understand the problem that they're addressing, and I think that like it's a fair one. And I want the frequency of updates to be where we've been over the last year and a half, and that's a factor. So, I mean, if this is the eggs they have to crack to get there, then, you know, more power to them. I'm in support of that. But I feel like there does need to be, like, even if you can install them in a modular way, and it gives you a warning or whatever that it's like, this is no longer supported content. And if there's buggy shit, there's buggy shit. And that's it. You know?
Yeah.
Don't know. It makes me feel weird. There's something about it that I'm not quite, doesn't quite sit right.
I think, like, I also imagine if I was a Bungie dev, like, how would you feel if you worked your ass off for Presage and it only sticks around for a year?
I think that, that's probably the other side of it. I mean, Prestige is fucking great too. It's Destiny at its fucking like that scary Destiny that we all kind of missed from the early days.
It's fucking important for the law.
What? The what?
The what? Do you know what I mean? They know Callus is coming back. So guess what? Next year, when Callus comes back in something, I'll be saying in videos, do you remember Presage? And there'll be a whole bunch of people be like, what's that?
Can I ask you a question without notice? If they manage to tie all of this stuff effectively into the story, would you feel as fucking put off by it? Like, if fucking something happened aboard the ship that made you, like, that its state changed, so it was no longer there just hovering infested with scorn. Maybe it gets retaken, or it's destroyed entirely.
They already do stuff like that. We know they're going to kill Spider now, don't we?
Yeah, well, you feel that way. I mean, are they just they're going to untangle the reef and it just floats off into the fire?
Marasov literally says, take out Spider permanently, one of the Astral Alignment activities. And now we know the Tangled Shore's going, like, okay, this is just a setup to get rid of Spider.
And then there's no reason to go there. So, look, I mean, cool. I'm not going to miss the Tangled Shore. It's not my favorite place. I don't particularly care, but yeah. I don't know. It makes me sad that people will no longer be able to jump in and play through that Forsaken campaign because it was such a high watermark for everything.
Well, I just think of like, it's like, I do think it's a legacy of Bungie, what they've made and like how far they've come. And it sort of just feels wasteful to put so many resources into something that only lasts a year. Do you know? Like, like, do you know what I mean? Like from a company perspective, you put all this money, time, development into an activity that everyone loves and it only sticks around for 12 months.
The other side of it is like,
how is that effective?
Go and watch a fucking live performance of anything, right? And there's a hell of a lot of money being spent there on things that are completely transient in the same way. Like the things that are only there for you to witness them at the time, in the moment. So
sort of, but it's also recorded. Most live performances are. Some of them are.
True. I mean, but I don't know. I feel like we're
you
flirting.
go with that expectation. You go to the live performance knowing that you're paying for an experience right here, right now.
True.
When you play Destiny, we're in a space now where we don't know what we play. It's gonna be accessible later or not.
Yeah, true. True.
Which then feeds into this idea of fear of missing FOMO, fear of missing out. And that you have to get every season now, because if you fall behind in a season, you might as well not pick it up because you might just be wasting your money picking it up.
Yeah, I didn't think about it from that perspective. It worries. Presage worries me. Or presage, however you fucking pronounce it. The rest of it, I don't really care about. But I don't know. Anyway, I think we've spoken about that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Quite enough. I don't know. We're just angry men yelling out about things. Right. Festival of the Lost is coming back, and we got a date. We haven't got a big reveal, but there's a brilliant interview with Luis Yepes in there. So jump in and read that for yourself, because I'm not going to read another man's words on a podcast. That would be a strange thing to do. But I like the Day of the Dead ghost. I'm pretty chuffed with that. I think there's going to be. I like this. If we can get to a point where Festivals Lost every year blends some kind of, new and exciting fucking cultural thing into it without it being insensitive in any way. I think that
where's
it's an incredible
the dino
thing.
armor?
Oh, it's coming. There's no way they're going to stiff us on the dino armor. No fucking way. There would be a riot. There will be not like a mild-mannered T1 nice riot. Like I'm talking like fucking me and Maddie screaming about dinosaurs in the streets riot. So, I mean, there's not a whole heap there. There's some patch notes, but it doesn't really affect, like, PvP. So, like, it's cool. It's some Grandmaster stuff. That's about it.
And a Grandmaster yet?
No, I haven't. No.
I did a little bit. I haven't finished one, but I gave it a quick shot.
How did it go? I heard that the baby screams are like not particularly.
Baby screams are cute.
You reckon they're cute? That's weird.
Yeah, till they blow up on you.
But aren't they janky and kind of like find themselves outside the map and all that sort of stuff?
I haven't seen that. I haven't played enough to see that yet, but
they're in the walls, they're in the floors. That was kind of like, I think Buddy's tweeted it. But I mean, that happens. I don't know. I need to get in and check it out for myself, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Grandmasters, I like them, but also I think the novelty of that's well and truly worn off for me. I'm not power leveling to try and get to the point that I can jump into them effectively either. So yeah. Do we want to just do a quick recap on the where the story's at this week, and then we can just talk about other shit?
Yeah, and we can also I can run people through my apparently my scam channel.
Scam channel? How now?
Mate, I was so angry on Twitch today because I did the bad mistake of reading YouTube comments for a whole 60 seconds.
Don't ever do that.
They responded though, actually.
So that's good, because you know that they're reading it. Now you can really hit them with some home truths about
no, they always come in, sorry, I'm having a bad day.
No one cares, cunt. Like, I know that sounds really fucking, like, dismissive and whatever, but when I'm having a bad day, you know what I don't do? Go and inflict it on random people on the internet if I can fucking help it, right? I'm not, like, in the comments section of someone's fucking whatever the fuck going, shit, go, mate. I'm just working my moods out with my keyboard. So, like, if that's your thing, if that's your fallback position, go fuck yourself. You're an idiot. Learn to manage your emotions. Anyway.
It's true. But I'm excited to get back and write a little comment back to them after this. So we'll see how that goes.
Can I ghostwrite it, please? No, it won't be fun. It won't be fun. I'll let you do it. So all right. Well, what were we talking about? We're talking about this
week 7 story.
Right.
I know you're stalling really well because I'm bringing up right now. Week 7.
I can tell when you're like clicking rapidly, very rapidly.
Pretty calm before the storm. There was nothing that really jumped out to me this week that was even news that was sort of like lore video worthy, except for maybe more mentions of the Black Garden, which we'll get to in a moment. Mara couldn't see Crow's memories, but Savathun apparently dredged them from a place outside of her reach.
It's truth. That sounds...
Whatever that means.
Yes.
We rescue the final Techian and preparations begin to exorcise the worm from Savathun.
I found that like an odd... No, I don't know. I mean, it just struck me as a word, like talking about Savathun's exorcism. And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess ultimately that's what it is. You're trying to get the worm out, but...
Yeah. Astral Alignment was the same as usual. Shattered Throne had some more scannables in it, some more caches that would give you some information. Black Garden got mentioned again.
In what context?
There was a lost Techian in one of them.
In the Black Garden?
Yeah, not. I don't think the Techian was from this coven, but a previous Techian. It's interesting that they keep bringing up the Black Garden.
I mean, it's kind of like the core of our interface with whatever the great darkness sort of thing is, right? Like even in that.
They never really explained it.
Yeah, but like even when, you know, at the end of Shadowkeep where we had the doppelganger fucking cutscene. That took place.
I guess so, yeah.
In a place that effectively looks like the Black Garden. So it's sort of like of their creation.
It is linked to the entity, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a chat to Savathun. She calls the Techian's third strings or something like that.
Yeah, I thought that was particularly. I remember sort of.
Did you know what that meant? I don't know. I had to have Chad explain it to me. You know what that meant? Well,
because like didn't the first lot died and then the second lot died and now they're the third string. It's like she's effectively saying that they're shit. I think.
Well, no, it's also like a sports ball thing. It's like bench warmers.
Yeah, third string. Yeah, that's I
haven't heard that before.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't even be in the team if not for other people not being there. Right? That's more or less what it's implying.
The backups.
It's not a positive thing. It's like it's a slight. So it was interesting to hear you know, I mean, aren't they trying to help her? Like, isn't that what this is all about?
Yeah, true.
Bit of a bitch, like just turn around and have a go. God damn it.
Classic Danny. We're back.
Oh, whoops.
In the podcast.
Rach just walked in and was like, and did exactly the same thing like a minute ago. This is why we shut the door. Don't disturb me while I'm cleaning my room.
Then we had a really heartwarming conversation with Glint as well. He was sort of saying how bad he felt. He's too good for this world, Glint. Did you do that? I was at the radio again. You probably missed the scan.
Maybe I did, or maybe I was just talking to Nick.
Always missing the scans.
Yeah, no, but I did go back, but I think I got distracted. And like, it turns out I have been scanning it the whole time because it's like nearly impossible to get back into that terminal without accidentally scanning it. So I've definitely looked at it. But what did Glint have to say for himself? I can't remember that at all. Maybe I didn't do it.
I didn't actually make notes. I just said Glint feels guilty.
What does he feel guilty about? Though? Like Crow?
Not telling Crow his identity.
But it's not his job, mate.
Well, that's what he was talking. That's what he was talking out about.
Yeah, but do ghosts even know that about their guardian?
Well, he knew that he was Aldrin though, because he fucking revived him on a plinth. Yeah,
true. That's a fair point. Yeah, he just went, oh yeah, no worries, and magic, out from under the blanket. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So look, I didn't really recap much more than that. I think it's going to be a bit quiet story wise until they decide to conclude this season. We spoke about do you think this is going to happen
sooner rather than later, or later rather than sooner? I think we're in opposing camps.
For which queen?
I think we're in opposing camps. I think we're in for a big lull period, basically from now until we might get a few weeks of ramp up leading into Witch Queen, because it's like there's things that can't necessarily happen until just before that. Like what happens? We exercise Savathun's worm and then she just fucks off. That's not going to happen. Well, at least we know she comes back in Witch Queen, right? So
they could end on like a cliffhanger, like they did season of Splicer.
What cliffhanger would you end it on though? Like
they could give you a partial resolution. Well, for example, let's think about this. Splicer, you fight the Vex portal, Lakshmi dies, and then you just see Osiris look ominous and walk off. And then when you play first mission of Season of Lost, it's revealed Osiris becomes Savathun.
Yep.
So they could definitely do part of the exorcism and then show that Savathun is going to become the Witch Queen in some way and not quite show a transformation or something like that.
I mean, yeah, they could do something and allude to what's going to happen and then not.
Or they can just give a really quick glimpse of a transformation.
I don't know, but even some of the language in the way that Mara talks about the process and all of this ley line shit and, we're going to have to wait around for this to happen and that to happen and the next thing, it's like it's inbuilt into the thing that there's going to be downtime and we need to just chill for a while.
That's just telling us fucking don't expect anything.
Don't expect anything too big to be happening anytime soon. So I'm of like I think it would be more effective if this is like, I mean, obviously something goes wrong, right? Because I mean, the perception is we're fighting Hive at the least, and we think Savathun has somehow got the light. So something goes terribly wrong. Something happens that we don't necessarily want to happen, and we end up with light fucking guardian Hive. Moreover, I think that's got to happen fast. I don't think that's like a. It's like ooh, whoops. Oh, well, she's run off. Because then what? I don't know. I'd be interested if you're watching this. Do you think it's going to happen sooner rather than later? Because I feel like it's like we're split down the middle. Maddie and I disagree. Yeah. I've had a good few
it's like, what's the lesser evil? What's the lesser evil? You lose momentum. See, this is the thing. This I actually don't think it's lesser evil. I just think there'll be such a hype train going by the time Witch Queen comes around. People will come back and they'll finish off the epilogue. That being said, nearly everyone would have forgotten No, I don't think. The storyline is so simple for Season of Lost. Like you don't really need to be paying attention. You're just like, oh, that's right. We got the Techians to exercise the worm. So they could leave it for 6 months and fucking no one know what the fuck's going on, and it would still be fine.
Yeah, and we could recap it in like 3 sentences.
Yeah. Oh, the Techians are now ready.
We saved the Techians. Yeah. The Techians are ready. We're going to start the exorcism. Oh, by the way, Crow's fucked off because he's sad. That's basically it. Oh, and is Osiris dead? We don't know. Stick around to find out.
Find out now. Yeah.
Find out now. So, Witch Queen.
they've definitely set it up to be very easy that they could just wait right up until Witch Queen, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, that's a sobering thought. But at the same time, and as we've been speaking about, it's sort of like, well, trying not to speak about, there is a heap of other games and shit to jump into. You know, I mean, New World's out now. If you're into the MMO thing. Moreover, if you are like the arena shooter thing, Halo is, you know, definitely just around the corner, early December. So it's not like we're going to be short of things to do to fill the time in the interim. You know, like even if Destiny is quiet and we can jump in and play a day a week and check out the seasonal stuff and whatnot, like Festival of the Lost, I think it's going to be good. I think periods like this, if people treat them the right way, are great for people's sort of like fatigue with the franchise, right? Like you need to go away in this time and disconnect a little bit. So on that note, do you want to do a more detailed talk through like your time with Halo, the things that you found were...
do you want me to give you a quick callus?
A quick callus? There's a quick callus?
Quick callus fucking
Callus
ball
me.
tickle. You want to know a bit about callus?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like we're here. Why not?
I released it this morning. The one on the scam train of the law community, apparently.
All right, just explain that to me.
Well, okay, it was a little bit clicky because I said Callus is the entity, and the explanation of that is Callus is going to be possessed by the entity. And I say, as soon as you get in the video, that's how I was like, this is what I mean. Callus, we're going to fight Callus. He's going to be like a darkness Callus.
Channeling the entity, more or less.
Yes. The formless entity.
Yep.
It's going to take form in Callus. The reason for that is the writers have already said Callus is coming back. We don't know how. The last that we saw with him, he was communing with the entity, exactly how Oryx put the entity into a hive ogre. So he might have sucked it up. We know his body was dying, so he's going to have some sort of power to return.
What if he makes a deal with a worm?
He could eat a worm.
Is that how you do it? Is you just eat them?
I don't know. So he could.
I can imagine strength and worms. Yeah,
I can imagine him going fucking fat, but eating a big old worm.
Ooh, yeah.
So I think that is how else are they going to bring Callus back? It's got a bit to do with the entity because that's who he's talking to. I don't know which way you look at it. It's got to be entity related. Which is why
he can't really come back as a good guy.
The Glycon is the beginning, the most single important part of that story. It's how he makes contact with the entity.
I mean, that saddens me a little bit because it is just genuinely probably the most outright atmospheric fucking place we've had in Destiny 2. Yeah.
And the scannables on the Glycon are important puzzle pieces for that story too. It's what confirms it's the entity.
But I mean, luckily for these people have lore channels that they can go and learn about this shit. So, you know, all is not lost. My name is Bife. Yeah, I'm sure.
Right.
Sure he'll help you. He won't try and scare me with clickbait. I think that's where we're at. How is that fucking... Anyway, I'm on your side. I normally am. So, you know, fuck this idiot, whatever. So, I mean, is there anything more to it than that? You just, you know...
Let me have a quick look. You hear... Okay, here's another banger. You hear Callus's voice aboard the Glycon with other dead voices.
So he's dead?
Well... That would support him coming back under possession of the entity, under control of the entity as the entity.
I'll be upset if they change his voice. I like his voice.
No, it won't change his voice. It'll be like a doppelganger Gallus.
All right, okay. Darkness Callus, yeah.
Darkness Callus, exactly.
80 feet tall.
Because Aldrin's voice is also on the Glycon, right?
Yep.
And he died and was resurrected as Crow. So I wonder if still the same character, same voice, everything, right? Is the same voice actor? Don't know, whatever. Should be.
Crow.
So just imagine, yeah,
definitely.
So just imagine a darkness version of Callus. Same situation, but rather than light, darkness.
It'd be a convenient fucking person to fight inside this pyramid ship, right? Where the new raid's going to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Because we know that Savathun's running away from the entity. So the entity needs to take form in something.
And you reckon it's going to be, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And that would give them the opportunity to make Callus visually look different too. Because
true.
I don't think people want to see the same raid boss.
Again,
Krang,
the baby dinosaur from Dinosaurs. I mean, I'd like to see like, you know how, we saw how much Oryx changed through the process of like that. I mean, I don't think it's unfair to sort of, assume that Callus will be a hell of a lot bigger and badder if that is the way it goes. And I think that would be rad because, I mean, I guess we've seen it in, what's the name of the raid? The fucking one with the big axe dude at the end. Oh my God, that you get the shadow title out of. What is it? I've just drawn a complete blank. It's Sunset. No, the raid, the fucking, not King's Fall, fucking the Destiny 2 one. With big Crown of Zorro. Thank you. Fucking hell. Put me out of my misery.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen a gigantic fucking cabal before.
Well, true.
I think we can go down that path. I'm for it.
Exactly. They can do something like that. The other thing is Callus is constantly like, you promised me that you would uplift me. Like he sort of talks about being promised evolution, which is why he started doing all this shit to his body and started his sort of downfall as well. So he sort of keeps saying you owe me power sort of deal. And that's why he was trying to make contact.
Do you think him and Tanix could kind of like have a support group? That sort of shit. Like an addiction to body mod support group. Like Tanix is now a fucking half a shank. Like this is fucking line, man. You got to stop. Just fucking stop. All right, let's talk about Halo. How was it? Sell it to me.
I know you regret not playing it now.
I do, I do.
When I was playing it, I was like, I can't believe Log's not fucking playing this, man. One of the first things, 12-person lobbies. We had 12 people. We had 11 people from chat all in a bloody game, and it was marvelous. To have 12 to be in a match with 12 people, like that's. I would say that we have quite a few friends we play games with, and I think we wouldn't get more than 12, would we, of our like close group of friends?
Nah, probably not. Not all, like there's be more than that of us, but like getting us all in one place is like herding fucking cats. So
yeah, so unlike Destiny where you only got 3 people for trials or 4 people for fucking Gambit or 6 people for a raid, free to play game. Big team battles, everybody will be there enjoying it.
So were you lobbying in with that, and it just sort of split up the team? So you could have 8 people and all lobby in, and it'll just put you on different teams, or how does that work?
No, you'll be on the same team.
I mean,
like in a fight team.
Big teams. If you can coordinate 10 people in a big team game all together, you'll be nearly fucking unbeatable. Trust me, in my experience, getting 10 people to work towards any objective is basically fucking. You're just asking to be disappointed. Still,
every gun you pick up and you understand how to use it. You're like, okay, this is the range I need to use it. This is how I need to use this. And when you die, it never felt cheap. It never felt like, oh, I should have won that, or you're like, every time I die, I was like, you know what, I did the wrong thing there. I should have been behind cover. I should have leveled the grenade. I should have had a gadget which I could have used, right?
Yeah.
And then you also start learning the maps and the weapon spawns, like a classic arena shooter, and it is just so fucking polished.
I think the
thing that hits me hardest
watching Halo, right? And I know that some people fucking like it was a bit jarring playing it. I know that Sass mentioned it, but how slow you are in your movement.
Yeah, you're slow. Yeah.
But like, I don't think Halo has changed. I just think that Destiny has changed our perception of like where that really sits, right? Like maybe with some of the ability stuff in Halo 5, it sped up a bit, but I think they're definitely pushing it back to that kind of like Halo 3-ish, like, which kind of makes it like more tactical in a way, because if you, as you say, if you fuck up, like if you overstretch, like it's your mistake and you'll be punished for it, rather than like, and look, like fucking Destiny at the moment with shit like Shatter Dive, where like you can just be minding your own business and you still get fucking thrashed. I think that's going to be a breath of fresh air, right? Like I'm not going to say that it's actually, yeah, it definitely takes more skill to be good at a game where everyone's fucking where everyone's in the same boat like that, rather than fucking shit diving.
And like a lot of the time I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm out of position, I'm gonna get fucked here. And you do. And the gadgets feel really balanced. So, you know, you pick up
What
the
are
grapple
they?
hook.
I mean, right, the grappling hook.
Yeah,
that's
so there's a
not been in
grapple
any Halo, in any previous Halo. So
you get a grapple hook, and I think you only get 3 or 4 charges with it.
Yep.
You can grapple basically anything, but you also have like almost in-air movement, so you can sort of control your swing like Spidey-Man, and you can get like, so you could sort of run this way, shoot there, and sort of like launch yourself, sort of deal. So you sort of maintain, like the movement's really nice. You can maintain your momentum, so you can like grapple hook into a slide, into a jump, and do those kind of
and like skip off the ground and stuff.
Yeah, those you can like maintain momentum sort of deal. You can grapple hook onto vehicles, which will give you a not a takedown. Hijack. You can hijack them.
Does it automatically hijack it, or you've still got to like?
I think you still have to press the button, but it's not hard.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's very easy to get a hijack, and you just boot them out straight away, which is hilarious.
That's good, because that's like the hard cancel to a vehicle, right? Like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so like when people are flying around in banshees and shit, so big team battle, they just, as the round goes on, they just start giving like vehicles to each spawn side. And you're like, fuck you. They got like a banshee and you got a grapple. You literally like, whee! You just like fly up to them and you're like, donk. You're like, give that to me. And you fly off. It's so funny.
I'm predicting like absolute insanity with that. There will be clips just born of like grapple gun miracles.
You have a repulsor, which creates like a mini shockwave. So if like nades land near you, you can just go boom and you put it on, and it like deflects them. And it's it's like a parry base. You need a really good timing for it.
Yeah.
But
can you do it to a rocket?
I keep forgetting to do it, but I think you can. I'm not too sure, but
oh boy,
yeah, there's stuff like this which is like a high skill to use. And you're like, oh, that'd be really nice. You can also use it as a movement skill, so you can like what's it called? Like what's a grenade jump called? Like
go like grenade jump, disc jump, whatever you want to call it, to like jump off the surface and then blow you, move yourself over. Yeah.
You can use it like that, so you can like look down, jump, and then like use it on the floor, and it will shoot you up.
Yeah, so like your movement's slower, but all of these abilities, at least the ones that we've talking about so far, lean into giving you more mobility.
Yeah, you don't have infinite of them either, so it's not like people are fucking flying around all the time. You sort of got to intentionally go pick them up.
Yeah.
And then
they'll have like fixed spawns that are balanced and all of that sort of stuff. I think that's partly what I'm looking for, is that like you don't walk out of your base at the start of a Halo game and get domed by a sniper that's just fucking sitting in a lane because they spawned in with it equipped. Like someone's got to work to go and get the gun, and I think that's big.
You can boot people off the edge, and you can also kill people from the physics of hitting them into the wall. If you drop their shields and then go bump, you like spell them into the wall. It's pretty funny too. Oh, and if a vehicle's coming at you, you just go and you like just fucking deflect it off.
You can deflect a vehicle off running you over.
Yeah, so it's like if a fucking dude's trying to run you over, you're like, oh, well, and you just like reflect. Yeah.
That used to be like, I mean, Halo Reach had armor lock. So I made a habit out of that. Yeah. Like I always ran that. So someone would try and splatter you with a ghost and you just do it and they'd explode on you. And like, hell yeah, I'm glad to see something at least sort of the spiritual successor to that making an appearance. So what else is there? The bubble shield? That'll be there for sure. That's a Halo staple.
It's a wall. It's like it's like a Titan wall.
Okay.
That you put up and you can it's like Titan with Titan ramparts. You can shoot through it.
Yep.
And when they shoot back at you, there's like little panels that block the bullets, and eventually they'll degrade and they can shoot through. But you obviously just sort of can change your angle and you can still shoot through it. Repulsor, grapple hook, shield wall. Don't know if I'm missing anything. I don't know if there's only 3. Mate.
Well, I'll have to have a look. I'm gonna have to have a look after this.
Oh, there's a radar thingo, sensor spike. You basically just shoot like a little radar. It comes up your map, like you can tag people basically.
Oh right, so it'll like give you map information as to where they're. Yeah. Oh okay, that's pretty. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. The radar's really short. Like.
Yeah,
I don't know how big the radar is.
30 meters or some shit, like not very far in the grand scheme of things. You
don't see people on radar until they're on top of you.
Auto rifle range.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad thing though. I know that sounds like it might be, but it's definitely not.
All the guns felt really good. Like,
do you think there's some merit in that?
Everything felt like it had a use. Maybe shotgun felt a little bit underpowered. Needler was fucking immensely good, but you don't have much ammo with it. Assault rifle was great. Pistol was great. You have
does the needler still track? Or do you have to hit? Yeah, right.
It's fucking dumb. It's really good.
That's why it's not got much ammo.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, mate. What else? There you go. Big team battle was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna live there. That's where I'm gonna set up shop and just play that because it's sort of like it takes the sweat out of it. I don't know, man. I used to play everything. I hope there's like a 2v2 playlist and all that sort of shit. I hope they really bring back some of the good old days stuff. But it'll be interesting. I think they'll do rotating sort of playlists and stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait.
So conversely to this, I've been playing New World, and you and I have spoken about this, but I think it's bit a lot of people really fucking hard, and I think it's bit a lot of people because it doesn't do anything particularly out of the ordinary. It is just exactly what you expect loading into an MMO, and that is good and bad. You will waste fucking hours off your life cracking rocks to get gems or cutting wood down or whatever. Like, it is simultaneously everything I wanted it to be and everything I fucking hate about MMOs in equal measure, right? The PvP in it is fucking fun. Like, if you group up and you run around together and all that sort of stuff, it turns into like being part of a rolling ball of chaos is a good feeling. But the rest of it is so like fucking long and drawn out and kind of like it is a game that you are meant to sink the next 6 months into. And coming straight out of Destiny where you can grind things pretty quick, I think like I'm already starting to feel a little bit burnt out with it because I've just been like everything feels overwhelming.
They somehow bottled the sound effects of pokey machines, like the tink.
Oh yeah.
It's just like a little drip of dopamine when you're hitting a boulder, and then you go to the forge or whatever, and it's just like flashing lights.
But it's not even that. It's like the tink, 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 and then it makes a different sound when you finish with it. It's like a jingle. It's like yeah. It's look, it is a machine of a game. It's And it's impressive in that like it's by far and away the prettiest MMO like out there. You know, it should be. It's only a fucking week old, but by the same sort of standing, there's times that I look at it and I'm like, it makes me miss Valheim, which is fucking not something I particularly anticipated. You know, like Valheim was kind of like this honest toiler of a game where you could go in and build yourself a house in an evening if you wanted to, where New World feels like, you know, everything's, I don't know. The thing that fucking kills me with it is all of the quests are fucking incredibly boring. I've not done a single mission where I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't think I've said that about any, you know, like people turn up and they wear cool armor. I mean, you get cool stuff, but there's just, you know, there's no.
Have you done a dungeon yet?
Yeah, I've done the first dungeon. It's all right. It's like, we were talking about it after doing it. We're like, yeah, it's kind of like a strike, I guess, is kind of the vibe it gave off. And then we were like, So, I mean, honestly, I don't know how long I am for New World. I think I'll still keep chipping away and playing it, and it'll be something that I'll do in downtime. But I want to try and get a few nights together where we get most of our company or guild or whatever it is online and try and do things together. But I think that like the whole leveling experience is just fucking, it's punishing and it's so fucking slow. So slow.
Yeah, you got to be in it for the long haul, those kind of games, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably just me being impatient and stuff, and like watching Sass, who's like twice my level, just kicking ass and taking names, and I'm like, mew.
I want to be high level too.
Yeah, I might open chat up, and if anyone's got anything they want us to talk about, they are more than welcome to do so. I am level 31 now, Nick, and I imagine it'll be like twice as long again to 60. So I don't know. I think that's the thing that's killing me. I'm like, I want to get into the end game because there's a lot of the stuff that's like requires you to be level 50, and you're like, it's just such a fucking slog to get there. So anyway,
maybe Beard's going to get cut off tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not long for this world, sadly. Matt's epic beard.
Meow.
You want to talk about that? Go for it.
People have been joking about cutting my beard off for ages, and I need a new PC. So I'm selling my beard for a PC. Hopefully, maybe. Dono goal to get rid of beard, and I'll shave it off.
It's terrifying. I mean, I don't know if it, I mean, look, I've seen you without a beard.
Pay to win.
I remember when you didn't have a beard. We've gone through this once on the podcast before, and I think most of the people who are still here that were watching then have repressed the memory of it. So
Danny's upset.
Danny's
upset.
As she should be. I think.
Yeah.
I think you've got a lot to answer for. But it's your face and it's your beard, and if you want to trade it all in for technology, so be it. I think it's a very wise
making
move.
a jump to 2 PC stream.
Yeah, I mean, it's really all about so you can play Halo, isn't it? Let's be honest. Playing stream. I think it's worth it. You'll hear no
There
more.
has been games that have just been chugging, like, been really hard to run with a single PC.
Animals, right? Beards do grow back. Because, I mean, that's basically it. You'll shave it off and then instantly start growing it back. So,
yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world. Andromeda, Mylan Games, you've corrupted Tefty, FYI. He kept humming your song and dropping C-bombs during his last scrolls. Really? Really, Matt?
Yeah, I shared that Tom Cardy dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, how good. I'm a cunt. Now we've said it. Fuck.
High quality pics of your beard before you shave it. Yeah, we'll have to take a whole bunch of photos.
Probably need to do that. Do it like a beard modeling, just so everyone can cry about it. Can we get all of your emotes changed so that they have like a censorship blur over the lower half of your face?
Felicia's in chat. She better bloody be there because she's the one who started this bullshit.
Look, I doubt Fez will leave you hanging like that. Trustworthy individual that she is. Wait, you're my beard idol? That's terrible. It's going away. It's going away. All right. Well,
It'll come back. Well, the thing is, the beard is so big now. It is a pain at jiu-jitsu. People ripping out my beard.
yeah, it's pretty massive. It's
so-
I mean, it's not Tefty massive, but it's like
Yeah.
it's massive contact sports massive. Like yeah, wow. All right, well, we might fuck off. How about that? Matt, have you got any closing words for the kind people of the Destiny Down Unders today? Anything? Any postulations? Any thoughts?
Just remember, if you're feeling like you don't have much energy, act like Callus and go eat a big fat worm.
Grow fat with strength.
Grow fat with strength.
Grow fat with strength. I'm gonna need to you to fucking stall a little bit more while it's all this
Oh,
race.
okay. Okay. So just
Motherfucker.
imagine this. Your pyramid ship, Savathun's Throne Worlds. You walk in, you hear that glorious Callus voice straight over the intercoms, and it's like, oh, it's been so long. You walk into the first encounter. It's a quadruple suck room. Not one Callus suckhead, not two Callus suckhead, but 4 Callus sucks. And then Datto comes in your head and you go, oh, this is the biggest suck I've ever seen. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to recover from that one, Maddie. That was fucking really weird. See you next week. Go say good day to Stacked. Fuck.